This accounts payable.
Brewer, you go by fast, Lambert, what do you go by? Just go by Jay. What do you think you've been here?
Done. Is that with one O or two? I'll do it. Yep.
Told me he had one of those strong booming voices. Almost 2 different.
This name right here.
That's the.
What's their company? Dan Ashby. One of the DA.
Okay. Scott, Levy and Reedy,
Yes, sir.
y'all ready?
No, it changed.
Yes, sir.
It's changed.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the regular monthly meeting of the Lebanon County Council for the month of March. I want to thank everyone for being here. Tonight we have a guest with us, Jacqueline Boer, who's the pastor at Emmanuel Baptist Church, who's going to do our invocation for us. We welcome you and thank you for being here. And after her invocation, we'll do the pledge of allegiance.
I'd like to thank you all for having me here. To Heavenly Father, Lord, we thank you for this day. We thank you for your goodness and for your mercy, dear Lord. Ask that you will bless each and every one of our leaders here in Lebanon. First responders, the doctors, lawyers, and whatever it takes, Lord, to run the town of Lebanon, Virginia. We just ask you to bless them with a double portion, dear Lord. And let it ebb down to each and every family. We thank you. We pray that you will give them the knowledge and whatever they need to keep things running smoothly. We thank you, Lord, for these and all blessings. In your darling Son, Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you again, Jeff. Also, wanted to advise the council, let's keep Miss Deanna in our thoughts and her family in prayers as Tate is, at this time at Maple Grove rehab. So she's with him tonight, and actually she's been with him for a week or so. So, but he, I think he is improving, so I would ask that we continue, that we do remember Miss Jackson and her family tonight. We have Mr. Kigley back, he survived surgery. He got new hips, not plural.
No,
One.
yes.
Okay. So, good to have you back.
Thank you.
We'll go through the agenda at this point. Any business, for the agenda to edit for business on the agenda? Under new business, I'd like to add Town County East End Welcome Center. Under new business. Anyone have anything else? Hearing none, is there a motion to approve the agenda as amended?
I'll make the motion, Mayor.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
All those in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Hope everyone's had a chance to review your minutes from the February 10th council meeting.
Mayor, I'll move to approve the 210 regular council meeting minutes.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. I see we have, this addition, Drew,
Yes, sir.
for bills and accounts. Mr. Gilmer, have you reviewed these?
I have, Mayor, and I'll make a motion to approve the February accounts payable, along with the preliminary AP report B as presented.
Thank you.
Second.
Motion and second, any further discussion? All those in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. As advertised, we have a joint meeting this evening with the Lebanon Planning Commission. Excuse me. So I'm going to, do we have a quorum, Mr. Chair? We good, Drew?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, so this time, we'll ask the planning commission to come forward. We'll come down there. We are in a joint meeting, planning commission.
Or down there.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. Tonight we have two applications to consider for rezoning. Normally we have Ms. Diane read them, but I think Mr. Short's gonna read them tonight.
You will do the first one first, Dave. An application submitted by Greg Fields for rezoning, property from a R1 single family district to R2 general dwelling district. The property is located at 545 Frontage Road, and all adjacent property owners have been notified.
All right, thank you. Is there anyone that would like to speak in favor of this application?
I can speak in favor of it. Of course. I'm fine with it. But I guess I'll talk when I get my turn, so I'll just hop in. But I guess I'm in favor for it. I'll agree with him, sure.
Is there anyone here in attendance in opposition?
Greg, you got anything to say about plan wise or anything?
Yo, you want me to go up there and say?
Yeah, come on up.
Bother me. Come get up there. Now, the reason I want to rezone that is that 36.7 acres there. What I want to do is put a double wide over there. I would put a mod, but the money wise, you know what I'm saying. It's apprehended to everybody. But I can put a double wide there and be fine with it. But that's the only reason, but there ain't, what I'm gonna do, and somebody said, well, we don't want to change zoning because you can build apartments. Well, if I was gonna move over there, I wouldn't be, you know, I had no idea about doing no apartments or anything. It's too late in life, I'm not gonna put it all that. I just wanted to put a double out over there, and that's it. One house, the end.
Does anyone have any questions for Mr. Fields?
Don't be bashful now. That land I've got on the 36 or 7 acres there, it's the same piece of land that Michelle and Corey's got. But years ago, the 4-lane cut in two, and that's where it was, because me and Kevin's deal with it before. But that was one whole tract right there. He just cut it in 2 years ago. And the 3.7 acres about the town, about the state, you know, the road, the frontage right there. And the reason about that, because if something ever come in there, you know, I didn't want to boot the state, because it took 2 or 3 years if I did. That's the only reason it won't be no more than one house there. I don't want nothing And you know, of course, everybody knows here, the double wides and the mods are looking the same thing. You know what I'm saying? That's something you ain't gonna get out of, you know, everybody's, the reason they doing the 312 roofs is because it costs so much to put to raise the roofs. Just can't afford it.
$17,000 more dollars for 2-foot pitch roof. I can tell you.
Is that like to go from a 312
So at 512, a
Yeah.
normal mod pitch is $17,000 more dollars.
And you know, years ago, you all know yourself, sometimes the sticker roof was cheaper. Sometimes you back in the 70s, we was building
Oh, yeah.
because it wouldn't take as much engineering and it wouldn't take as much lumber. But today, it's changed, everything's changed. Any more questions?
Just out of curiosity, where are you planning on putting the pony property?
Right up there where I used to raise corn,
Okay.
right in the center, you know where I'm talking about?
Yes, sir. Up behind the barn.
Yeah, it's up on the hill, there's a big old flat spot there, and, it's all right in that area. I was gonna move it on up near the woodland, but I'm afraid we're gonna run into Ross and me and some more with it, I just think it'll change. Cause you can barely afford something right now, you know, it's flat right there, but that's where it's gonna go.
Sounds good, thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right,
You get that, Kevin.
do I have any motion?
Dave, I'll just make a motion, just since our chairperson's not here this morning, or today, and also, our representative from the town council's not able to make it today, and we weren't able to meet for our normal March meeting. I don't have a problem with rezoning, but I'd like to get together and discuss all of it, table the recommendation until our April meeting.
Okay, we have a motion to table this until next month. Do I have a second?
I'll say.
Have a second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed?
What is that date, Rick?
April,
Oh, that date, Rick.
more than likely, we'll do it the Monday before, it'll be April 7th, or maybe just do it at 5 o'clock, at 14th before the council meeting. Probably whichever one Ms. Deanna can get to. We'll sit that, sort that way.
Okay, we have a second one. Mr. Short, can you read that one for us?
Yes, sir. An application submitted by Michelle and Matthew Reed for rezoning of property from R1 Single Family District to an R2 General Dwelling District. The property is located at 405 Fields Avenue, and all adjacent property owners have been notified.
All right, is there, Mr. Reed, would you like to speak on this one?
Sure.
We bought this property off Mr. Fields back in 22. We knew it was in R1. We've done our research. Didn't have a problem getting mod. See, I've tried the last 4 months. $200,000 home at 8% interest is $2,000 a month mortgage. I make pretty good money. I don't know about y'all. I don't know anybody that can afford $2,000 a month mortgage. Like he said, when they're making just like a double wide, it's gonna look just like it even if I get them lot. I'm gonna put porches on it, roof on it, be up there by myself. That's all I want. I'm trying to get a place, keep my family right here, born and raised. Know me very well. Know me very well. Know me and know a lot of these very well. My family, out of Castlewood, you know. I wanna keep my little girl here. Her money's here. She goes to play therapy. Drew's wife even does therapy for my little girl in school. Her money's here at Walmart. We spend everything right here. We just bought furniture at Eastern Coleman. Why? Because we want to be right here. I can leave here. That's no problem. I don't want to stay here where I'm at with my family and my people. That property that we have down at the bottom of it, that his 9 acres are adjacent to, is in R2. Part of my bottom property is in R2. But where I'm at up top is in R1. Don't make no sense. But if I can get a double wide at 8% interest at $40,000 cheaper, I can still go ahead and afford to put that home up there. Get my family there. Well, the old saying is double wides hurt property taxes, right? We just all got our property taxes, didn't we? I did. I don't know about y'all, but I did. Okay? Well, that man right there can attest you, we've got a bunch of double wides around us and houses. His just went up double. So if double wides are hurting homes, how is that? His property went up double when we've got double wides all around here. My neighbor is the trailer court down there. The trailer court. I could throw a rock over the hill and hit one. So why am I having to fight to put a double wide up there that's going to look just like a mall? I shouldn't have to. But I'm trying to go through the hoops to do this right. I knew what it was beforehand, and I was fine with getting them off. But like I said, in today's world with interest rates the way they are, we're going to push a lot of us people out. It ain't just about us. It's about everyone in Lebanon. But I'm not saying every area needs to be rezoned. I do believe a lot of areas in certain places need to be looked at and possibly rezoned. If me, that makes good money, and my wife, as a assistant manager at Walmart in the bakery, if we can't do it here, how are these people living in Lebanon going to do it? What do you think a $300,000, $400,000 house is right now? FHA loans, they're only 7%. Well, if you do a double wide or a mod, they're considered a structure loan. 8.5. I've been doing this for 6 months, y'all. We've been trying to get a home. I promise. If I can get a mod, I'd have done it there. But I don't see why I have to keep fighting to do that. I'm trying to do the right thing and get it rezoned this way so I can keep my family here. I don't want to leave, but if we're forced, I'm not going to pay $2,000 a month for a home. I'm sorry. Thank y'all for y'all's time.
Thank you, Courtney. Does anybody have any questions? Is there anyone else here to speak for or against this application? All right, do I have a motion on this application?
Mr. Boyd, I'd like to make the same motion. Table this until the April meeting when we can have our 2 other members here and can discuss it. I'm not saying I'm against it. The only thing I want you to know, Corey, is just because if it does get rezoned, you still got more work to do after that. Then it's eligible for conditional use. So then we have to apply for the conditional use and unfortunately come back again. But just want you to know, I understand. The only reservation I have about it, I have talked to Mr. Campbell, one of the neighbors down there. If he would be willing to go R2, it would make that decision a whole lot easier. Because looking at the map, your section basically puts him on an island of R1. And, you know, I know he's not here today.
But he's got a double wide right on his butt.
Right.
That is literally right behind me.
I'm not saying,
I'm not either. I'm just saying, you know, I understand his point.
I just want you to know
But, yeah.
that if this does get rezoned, it doesn't automatically guarantee that nobody can go up there.
Mhm.
But you know that where Bobby lives, that right there is in R1. It runs all the way from there, from the back here to exit 1. It runs all the way through Lebanon Manor. It comes that far. It does, all that R1 from where Bobby lives, right there. So,
And Bobby ain't gonna do nothing. No offense, that's between us, but he ain't gonna do nothing. But I appreciate what you said.
Okay, I have a motion to table this till next month. Do I have a second?
I have a question. Mr. Boyd. So let me clarify for us again. The property that Corey's talking about is, if I'm going south on 19 on the right-hand side, is that correct?
That's correct.
And part of it is R2?
Yep.
it does, it comes up there.
comes on my property, but then the rest turns to R1. And Greg's 9 acres that's hooked to my property is in R2. Already.
And you'll have a chance to talk to Mr. Campbell before the, before you plan the commission meeting.
Yeah, I spoke, he's called before, he mentioned that he would be here tonight, but I guess he's not. But if he would be, that would make it a whole lot easier. I'm not saying I'm voting against it anyways, but I'm just saying that would make it a whole lot easier.
So, in relation to Mr. Campbell,
396,
so he's right next to where Corey's wanting to.
396, all that whole clearing that goes back through there.
Oh, I see it there now.
That's all R1.
Okay.
Yeah, he's down below the hill, he wouldn't even see us up on the hill.
But see, that R1 where Bobby lives, he just goes his yard, see, he don't go down there to the barn, nothing. See what I'm saying?
I think it goes that whole distance that's cleared off right there. But you don't have, I'll show it to you, you don't have a picture.
Is it, Corey, is it higher on the property you want, is it?
He won't even see me,
You
he's
look
at the bottom
away
of the
from the
hill.
water, is what I'm trying to ask.
Yeah, he's on the bottom of the hill down here, my property turns right up on him, goes up to the top of the hill. You drive halfway down it, and my water line's sitting there already, done, waiting, that's where we're putting our home, halfway down the property. He won't even see it up there, ain't no one would even see it.
It's up on top of the hill. You could see it for a second from the 4 lane.
If you look at the deer statue sitting on the property, the water line's sitting right there for where the house will go, and that's where the house will go.
It's probably 100 feet from that state fence there on the forward.
If you know that big tree up there on that land, it's about 100 foot up above that big tree. Or the big tree on that land up there.
Thank you.
No problem.
Okay, any further discussion? I have a motion to table this, do I have a second? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? That is all I've got.
So we need to come back in the April meeting? Do I need to come back in the April meeting? How'll that work?
We'll have a recommendation for the council at April meeting.
Yes, Corey, that, yeah. you
Do I need to
that.
show up to that meeting is what I'm
Yeah,
asking?
you won't have to talk or anything like that, they'll just have the answers for you.
Do I have the answer for us on the rezoning before we leave that day? Is that what you said?
For the April meeting.
Okay. Thank you.
We'll make the recommendation,
To the
Right.
council.
Okay,
absolutely.
thank you.
All right. Thank you.
So,
You love it.
You just pretend.
That's why I paid the big bucks.
Thank you very much.
what's happened is we've got two of our members who are not here, okay, and they need to see this.
Okay.
They need to talk about it, and that's also one of the main reasons we're moving this, as you understood, postpone it to April,
Okay.
okay?
Mayor, would he necessarily have to be here though? since-
Well, I don't know, we know where he is, I mean, he's did a great explanation, unless you all want him here, I mean, I don't think he has to be here.
He's not mandatory.
His position.
You
I
did.
think that's-
Yeah, I mean, well, I'm just asking, cause I missed work today to come here.
Sure.
You know.
We don't want you to miss work,
Well, that's
Ken.
what-
We'll get up to you,
Uh,
we'll get to you.
And also, what you stated would be in the minutes, so the other planning commission members would read it.
that'd be great.
Okay?
Bobby, let me make, Bobby called me today, and he's got in his mind that the double wide's gonna be down there as you go up the hill in front of his house driveway.
Yeah, he thought I was gonna I made a little parking
And I
spot to
said-
the side, he
I
thought I was
told
gonna put
him-
my home there.
I said, you idiot, why do you run the water line up from the top?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's why he was opposed at first, because he thought I was literally gonna put it right in front of his house.
Which would
Okay.
be
But it ain't happening.
I got you.
Yeah.
what we're planning.
Alright, you don't have to miss work again.
Thank you.
We'll be up to you.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
I just have one question, hang on just a second.
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry.
Oh, you're all right.
I know you have to advertise and have another public hearing and all that, if it does get rezoned for the conditional use of the double wide. Is there any way of applying for that, depending on what happens on the rezoning, instead of having to wait a whole other month to apply for a conditional use permit?
I don't think you could, I think it has to be advertised, so for right now, it's not out.
Right now, it's not.
So it's out, I don't think you can ask for it.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank y'all.
Thank you all.
Thank y'all for your time.
Thank you all.
Mr. Boyd, officially, what's your recommendation to the council?
On both of these, we are tabling until next month's meeting, so I have no recommendation
Okay.
tonight.
We didn't take any action that the council, that the commission recommended table until April meeting, or we good?
You're fine.
Okay. All right, thank you. Any word from Ms. Russell? They're not coming? Wanda Burke.
I'm just coming to tell you that we're bringing Mark Merrill back to the schools September 24th and 25th. Hopefully y'all can find the time to come at some point. We're gonna do the same arrangement as we did before, the 24th, which is Wednesday. He'll be at Homemaker in the morning, Lebanon in the afternoon for 2 sessions. He will be at Lebanon Middle School. No, sorry, Castlewood in the morning on Thursday. He will be at the middle school in the afternoon. He will do the community event then, the 25th in the evening at 7.
At the middle school?
Yes.
Okay. You'll be out there on Thursday evening?
Yes,
At the middle, and then that night, the community?
yes.
Okay, thank you.
Just wanted to let y'all know.
Thank
Hope
you.
you come and listen if you haven't.
September.
It's September 24th and 25th.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you.
Depending on what we get those feedback, we might try to use the theater if we can on the 25th. Everybody's in it. Y'all last year you couldn't because it wasn't ready. So,
Okay.
depending on feedback,
Yeah.
the crowd.
Okay. All right, Mr. Short. Thank you and the planning commission for what you've done. Look forward to meeting with you next month. Drew? Yes, sir. I'm sorry, I'm gonna get in trouble. I think I wanted to add this East End Welcome Center under new business, I believe. Did I say that?
You did say that.
Some of you probably remember this, who were on council, about, a little over 2 years ago, when you're going out of town, when you cross Big Cedar on the east end, that area out there, there's two areas that VDOT owns. At the time, VDOT approached the county and the town about establishing a east end welcome center coming into Lebanon. And of course, they were willing to donate the property, etc. Well, the man the leader of that VDOT move got a promotion. He's now in the Bristol Regional Office, and this has come up again. What we're looking at doing, the interest is, you know, we talked about making it kind of like a East End Welcome Center, paved with kiosks, etc., coming into Lebanon, and a welcome center. That's back on the table now. So there's grants out there through, well, BCLA's one pot of money, and the State Tourism Commission. If you noticed, St. Paul received, I believe, like $250,000 for their welcome site going into St. Paul on the right. So there's pots of money out there. What we need, what I want to know from the governing body, is everyone interested to pursue and gather more information on this project?
Do we still have the renderings, Mayor? Can we get Drew to send those out in his town manager report?
The ones that we originally had?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll get them to, as a matter of fact, Diane, I think you copied them for me today. And we'll send those out in a packet to you before the next meeting.
Do those renderings need to be revised?
Probably.
I would think so too.
Yeah, they're gonna be, because things have changed, and we don't know enough. I do know, it's kind of like if you remember grants before, that hypothetically, if we're eligible, which Jonathan told me we would be, their max is $50,000. But what you have to do with most of the grants, as we all know, the application of all the grants that you get, there's always that language of match.
Right. Well,
which can be in kind.
yes.
Okay, so we need to find out more specific info on the grant availability, where the county, where they stand on it as well.
Right.
And so,
I think we'll have to have some cost estimates for the granting applications.
yeah,
I would also like, in the meantime, to be looking at the same design, but I'd also like to look back, or look at a possible scaled back version, if it's something that we've got to do ourselves. I'm still interested in doing it.
yeah.
So,
See, it's going, and Kevin, you're probably gonna have to help us here, because it's gonna be, if it can be a joint effort between the county and the town, well, that portion that we're talking about is not in town.
Yeah.
So we gotta find out how, what role can we play, how do we go about being a partner, etc. You know what I'm saying? So I'll ask you to be thinking some thoughts on how we could, it's a very worthwhile project. I think it fits our mission, what we wanna do as a town, and, what we've been doing, and I think it's a good opportunity to continue that effort. So I'll send that on, first thing I'll do is get with Ms. Nunley, and we'll package some info and have it sent to you, okay?
Mayor, can our landscape architect, can Nathan be working on updating those renderings?
If you all, if that's
I
agreeable,
think that's under Drew's.
Drew will make a note there, we'll get up to Nathan. Cause I don't think he's talked to, I'm pretty sure he hasn't talked to Lonzo about this yet.
Is that the property by the red lights?
So, yeah,
Flat?
the big flat area, you normally see
Slowly.
trucks there and piles of it, but it
Talking on
varies.
the south side or the north side? There's two sides. Bristol side or Claypool Hill?
North
It's Claypool
side.
Hillside.
And if I recall,
From here.
the kiosk was almost like a gazebo, but it wasn't a
Yeah,
shed,
it's
a
kind of-
gazebo, so it was just, when we say welcome center, don't we?
Yeah.
It was just like some parking areas, some signage,
Crooked Road wants to be a part
some
of it.
plantings, and then, like a covering where you can put your brochures and
Yeah,
have a kiosk. But, like I said, if that partnership doesn't work out, I'd like to still look,
I think we
do some basic size planning, some beautification out there.
There's room to do a lot out there. It's all about money, as you well know, but, you know.
And we may not be able to get the whole lot, Mayor, it may just be, they may, I would think they just give us
That, well, let me answer that part. Well, what has to happen now, that whole process with VDOT has to begin again, okay? So Alonzo would, if the board, the supervisors of Alonzo wish to continue on this review, we'll have to get VDOT again to see if they want to donate the property. Because all the paperwork had not been done when the other gentleman got promoted. So we lost the contact, we got a new resident engineer there. So, a lot of work to be done yet, I just wanna throw this out to make sure that the interest is still here on the part of the governing body.
So would it be beneficial to the town to go ahead and have these renderings already completed and paid for to help move the project along, or should we wait to see if they're even a player before we spend the money on renderings?
Well, they meet, still meet the first Monday though, the first Saturday, or, do they meet Saturdays?
I think they changed it back to Monday.
Do they go back to Mondays?
First Monday at 6.
First Monday at 6, which would be the 7th. We think we can talk to Nathan about that a little bit, Drew, and just kind of get an idea. It's a good question. I don't know we want to agree to pay for any renderings. However, I would like for Nathan
we
to
may
be
need
looking at
it, we
it.
may need it for VDOT support as well, though.
Well,
You're right.
That's what I was asking.
That's right.
Just to give them an idea
To
of what
know
we're doing.
exactly what we're looking at.
And it'll be very little, I think, updates to the old one,
Yeah.
scaled down version, where they just give us a small amount of property, we're doing planning, something similar to what we've done, at our entryways, he'll have to do that from scratch, but.
Well, and we know what, and when Nathan has worked with us on projects before, he'll come in and he'll give us different options to look at, and then we can adjust them from there.
Sure.
Okay?
I just wanna make sure it's beneficial
Okay.
as far as going to them with a business model.
I wanna meet with him too, Drew. Okay, y'all meet. Okay, thank you all. Now, Drew, it's all yours.
You all, got a few things to go over on our manager report this month. Starting with the pickleball quotes, the surfacing and the fencing, which should be two of the last things we have to get approved, everything going over there. In the information packet, you'll see the first quote for the surfacing. So we get two quotes on this, and these are, these surfaces are by the plans of the blue and the green courts. Also includes 3 sets of nets installed, holes, and the center, what's it called, Brad? I guess the thing holds the net down, center, anchor. Anchor? Right. So this includes resurfacing, 3 sets of nets, and installation of those nets. Got the exterior services, ESI. They actually have on here, when they were out here, me and Shane met with them, they actually did the pickleball estimate at $29,421. And, just while they were here, they did the basketball court also, $18,490. That's a total of $47,911, but all I was interested in tonight was the pickleball courts. At $29,421, this is a company out of Bluefield. They came down to look at it. And the second company that we've got, they're out of North Carolina. Same thing, apples to apples, same square footage, installing the nets. They actually had to add hotel room and mileage onto theirs, and they came with a estimated price of $43,939.
How's the basketball courts holding up? You been over there, Brad? Or Drew?
We went over there and looked with them the other day. They're holding up pretty good. They've got even Shane's paint that he put on there, kind of that epoxy paint, the black paint. There's not any, huge cracks or anything. The biggest concern you have over here is they gotta come in and basically crack that top layer off and make it rough again for that court, for that stuff, epoxy to stick. It's such a smooth finish, they can't.
Slippery wedge.
Right, yeah, they come in and etch that whole top layer off and make it rough again. So we can, this pad though, we can save a little bit, because when we pour it, we just have a rough room finish on it, ready for the service.
Can we also go ahead and touch up? Is that possible? Is he still, can we do it ourselves? Do you remember what the cost was before on the, I just hate to have a brand new pickle court and then have, I know under the goal and some of those spaces will wear out, but I don't know if you could necessarily.
You mean touch up on the basketball court or
Yes.
something? I can check for Rob. I don't know what all goes into that, but I'll check for Rob and see.
So,
Also,
what do we have to do to the basketball courts?
to resurface,
Right, yeah. This guy bid,
yeah, basically,
$18,000.
basically you come in there and he's got to etch and rough up the basketball court, basically bust off probably a
Yeah.
quarter-inch
Okay.
where it gets rough, so this epoxy sticks to the actual court. It's so smooth right now, when it dries on there, as soon as it starts peeling, it's just gonna peel.
It'll be like a tennis court when it dries, right?
Right.
It'll be smooth there, kind of fills in and.
Yeah. It's got a little bit of sand and stuff in there to give you some grip and give you some footing on it.
And it would match up with our pickleball courts.
I was just thinking, I'll ask it this way, is it possible for us to do the physical labor of breaking it up?
No, I wouldn't want to do that, no.
You don't want us to do that?
He's probably got a
No,
machine.
it's a machine that comes in.
Oh, strips it right?
Yeah.
It's almost like when they grind up this asphalt, when they mill it.
Yeah, I got you. It's kinda like me.
It's not near as bad as sand, but basically.
Let's deal with the pickleball first.
And then just to say that the basketball price of $18,000 is surfacing the entire court, not just the 3-point line and paint. It's surfacing the entire court and then also doing the paint job.
Okay.
So it's not
Not
just,
bad.
it's not just doing what's already there, doing the paint,
Yeah.
and that's why it's resurfacing the entire concrete
Air
area
lines back
and then
in.
putting the lines back down.
Why did they add this to their proposal?
They were just here and seen it.
This other company in North Carolina didn't know anything about that.
They didn't come.
Oh.
Yeah. The company from North Carolina didn't do it on site, yes. They just made a quote on square footage and what we could tell we were gonna finish the concrete at.
Are you saying that hypothetically, if this exterior services from Bluefield, they got to be able to come in here and did the basketball, the pickleball course, would they'd already be on site to start work on the basketball if we wanted to do that? Is that right?
Correct. Yes.
How long is this $18,000 go through for?
For the surface and area,
The price good for, how long?
all 30 days.
30 days.
Yeah, and I think that the way they talk, the 18,490 is probably a one-time deal. If they're here and they're gonna do it, if we ask them next year to come back and do the basketball project.
It's gonna go up.
Yeah, they're on site, we're gonna have to.
I'm good.
I'm good.
Make a motion now.
Right, so we've got this info in front of us. Do I have a motion from any of the council members?
I don't know if I'm wording it right, but I would like to proceed with exterior services to resurface the pickleball courts and the basketball courts as presented. Not to exceed,
The quoted price.
$48,000.
I'll second
And that's exterior services?
Yeah.
Correct.
Correct, yes, sir.
And 40.
Not to exceed
47,911.
Okay.
47,911.
Okay, we have a motion and a second, any further discussion? All in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Now, when can you get them going on it?
They're actually, this gentleman, once I contact him tomorrow, he's actually gonna come down while they pour the concrete and go ahead and set the poles and stuff.
Okay, good.
What,
That's good.
just curiosity,
Yeah.
we got April fifth, headlights coming.
Randy's hoping to get here. He says, once they get here and start digging, it's gonna all depend. The third baseline is the one he's worried about right now.
They won't have me jacked up that I can't have.
Open day, no, he knows about open day. Yeah, I've talked to him.
What are those poles over there on the property?
Those are the footers that goes in the ground for the poles.
For pickleball,
No, for baseball.
baseball. Okay.
Yeah, I need to know what level of anxiety I need.
Yeah, no, he knows about it.
Can you,
You be stressed, you know.
can you maybe press them along a little bit?
Okay, yep.
That'd be good.
They've been on site the past couple of days, they're getting ready to start building the track and go ahead and doing their trenching. But yes, I will. The second pickleball quote is the fencing. There is quotes in your information packet, but those quotes are no longer, those aren't good. We did that for 350, 360 feet for the fencing to go all the way around. Once we looked at the plans again, the fencing's only on 3 sides. You have the retaining wall on the other side.
Oh, yeah.
So the new quotes that are at your stations are the new 225 feet of fencing.
Is that gates included?
Two gates.
Two gates.
Yes.
I've been on 2 different styles of pickleball courts. Some have an 8-foot partition. Is that what you told me last time? We're shooting for an 8-foot
8-foot
partition?
baseline, from baseline to fence, is that what you mean on?
Well, I guess in between courts.
In between courts would be 10 feet. So you have 100 feet, the courts are 30 feet long, so you'll have 10 feet in between.
But the fencing in between.
The height of the
Height
fence.
of the fencing in between. We're gonna do it 8 foot. I've seen pickleball courts with that, but also I've seen it.
Smaller.
I think I honestly the guy that came and looked at it before, he was gonna give us some options at just almost like net height.
Yeah.
Because basically all you're doing is stopping the balls.
That's what I was wondering,
Whenever
can we
you
do,
watch, Randy might can.
can we do
Perhaps
about
do-
6 feet?
I think 4 feet.
He's actually
Or
talking
less.
about he's not talking about the
Yeah, it
outside.
needs to be 4 foot.
He's talking about court.
He's talking about
Who have two
separate.
fences.
I think 8 or 6 foot, you're gonna make it look like a prison.
If it was 8 foot all the way, it's like a, prison.
I think 4 feet inside, to separate it.
I think 4 is good.
I think it's good too.
Is 6 enough on the perimeter though, Brad?
No, I've never seen one with that less. No, I'm not saying it's not, but I've just never seen one with
Yeah.
with that less.
Was what?
8 foot. 8 foot perimeter.
Yeah.
So we can't do 6 foot, that's what we're saying.
Well, we got 2 prices here. Do it for the other.
That's an honest thing.
So we'll do 8
That's
foot.
an honest courts.
You mean,
In between.
fence height, you want to post the
Yes.
everything we've always played has been probably 8 foot. But most of the time,
So,
actually, I don't know if I've ever played on a new building. Most of the time, you're always in a tennis court. That's got.
So if we- this-
What's the surface?
regulations on section.
What's the surface?
Epoxy, it's like epoxy. It's like tennis courts.
Do you know what, do you know what height was on the rendering? Cause that's what height I'd like to do.
It looks like 8 foot, man, it looks like pretty high.
All right.
I've got,
Randy, do you know anything if there's a light on the centers?
Between the nets?
Between
I
them?
think they're reversal, they're just like.
They're not, if they're even that high.
If they're even.
It's just enough to knock balls down.
You don't have to like 6 balls.
Maybe 6 feet.
4 foot would be more than that.
I think 4 feet is plenty.
Yeah.
Just those regulations, you don't have to go.
So,
to
Drew-
some labor.
What my thought is if we approve If we approve 225 of 8 foot, we're gonna come in less because we're gonna have 8 foot choked down in the middle of 4 foot.
Right, so it's like, yeah, actually looking at that, it looks like it's probably 6 foot in that rendering.
I couldn't tell the one in the middle. On that, there's in the middle.
I don't think it's got, I don't think so. And I think some of my players, they come to another net.
Yeah, that's right.
Like temporary net.
Bristol over to sports lines,
Yeah.
that's about what we've got to net height
Right.
between the poles.
Then with Bristol two, the perimeter's about 8 foot, isn't it?
Yeah, you got about 8 foot all the way around the outside of your court from.
The new one over there.
But the one that separates the two to separate the threes.
Alright, so, why don't we just approve that?
Remember where Hills was?
You've done it.
Right behind it.
I mean,
where
you
that
go,
artery was
you
at.
go 6 or 8 foot go between. It's just like-
Just turn left to the light, go up through there, like you used to turn over to go to Hills, it's River Road, there's a big recreation complex.
Or indoor courts like walking on this car.
I would, and I'm almost looking to see, they may have something that we can separate those courts without having, like, we've got like temporary nets.
Yeah,
netting up.
like the larger tournaments have just a
That way we don't
triangle
have,
board.
that way we don't have to drill holes in our main
Yeah.
concrete.
They just have a board that deflects the ball back to you instead of travels on over
With advertising on it.
with ads. Well,
I have no idea.
why don't, Dana was cheaper, right?
Dana,
Dana, he was cheaper.
yeah.
Come out and try it, kid.
Why don't we just move forward with what they've got, cause they're cheaper? Cause we know for a fact we're not gonna use 8 foot all the way around. So let's just move forward with their quote, and in that time, we'll figure out exactly what we want. So all it's gonna be cheaper.
And like I said, you can, whatever you guys want to do, but if you just want to, my biggest thing was not necessarily inside, my biggest thing is getting the construction of the courts built, getting our fence up.
Let's just move, I make a motion to move forward with Dana Ashby as presented.
On the 8 foot,
8 foot commercial.
8 foot commercial, and then all
With
we'll
the
do,
modifications.
all we'll do is come in less if we decide to go,
so it'll be 3 sides instead of 4.
yeah, you don't want to need back in that one on one.
I'll second that motion, Mayor.
Any discussion I do have discussion. So, is there any way, any chance, Drew, when you talk to Dana here, this, looks like they're gonna get the bid, will they help us out on this 4 foot inside fence?
I can talk to him. Yep.
And we can call,
Give us a break or something?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if they're here, is what, I mean, if they're coming
How far
to
do
do it,
how far do those go across, Barry? Full court length or?
that's what I'm saying, let's call Bristol Sportsplex, why don't you do that? I mean, they just hosted a national ranked tournament,
They usually
find out
stop.
what they need and then go.
And that would be really better, you would think, cause if you run into that fence, that's gonna
It's
hurt.
gonna be like running into a fence.
that's a good thought.
Where are their gates at?
That's gonna hurt.
There's one they have over there in Bristol,
I think they just got like net height, like another net that runs down.
like a tennis court net.
Yeah, just keep it right down the middle, knock the balls over.
They gotta make something.
You don't have a lot of high balls that go over from the side, at least we don't.
Got a motion and a second,
Okay, I'm just trying to.
I'm sorry,
He's still
Moved by
making sure.
discussion.
still process.
They must have liked it to bring it back in.
So
line.
Under this,
No, I'm going.
Brad, what if we, instead of a 4 foot fence, what if we just put up tennis court nets? Instead of running into a metal fence?
There it is, that's a boundary right there. That's all they make, is a boundary. Looks like a roll of silk fence, 2 foot tall.
Plus it got 2 pipes at the end of it, streets between.
Show me the fence that's on the court. What's it made of?
Just a nylon fabric.
Okay.
Brash ball.
Okay.
Some brash ball and gold lines put under there.
Okay. So we have a motion and a second. Any other questions?
So that should make that a lot cheaper, some people.
Yeah, we do. wait and see what Scott is ready to vote.
Do you still shoot for April?
Shoot. I'm always hit my, somebody go get shot.
They keep asking me April all year.
Okay,
Get that bad for it, Dick, get that bad for it.
It's gonna be four, side by side. Whatever for it.
all right. All those in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, continue on.
Next thing I need, all I need is action to approve, advertisement for the Stevens Reach, sewer project.
Finally glad to get to this.
Yeah, this was, it was held up for a little bit with some easement
Yeah.
issues, so we've got
Are
that.
we good?
We're good.
Need a motion to approve. Need a motion, is there a second?
I'll say.
Got a second? Motion is second. All those in favor say aye. Opposed? Aye.
The finance committee and anyone else that wanted to join in met, last week to discuss and rank the general engineering services, so we need to take a motion on,
Is that good for 3 years?
that is good for a year.
A year.
You can, it's good on a year-to-year basis, but you can carry it forward up to 4
Okay,
years.
you've got 2 3.
Yeah, so we're,
You can renew it year to
next
year,
year,
up to 3.
up to 4 years. Yeah, every 4 years we have to do this again, but the product, the services are year to year.
I believe, let's see, wasn't that, did it end up being Thompson and Litton that finance was recommended, or did y'all need?
Lane Group.
Lane Group?
Yeah, we ranked the Lane Group higher than,
Oh, that's
Thompson Litton, and then we, one company or engineering firm didn't, submit the qualifications. Mayor, I'll go ahead and make a motion now, to, move forward with general engineering services, with the Lane Group.
Sorry, Scott, to interrupt y'all. So in that motion, we need you to include, comply with Virginia Procurement Act.
In compliance with Virginia Procurement Act, Mayor, I made that motion.
Is there a second?
I'll say.
Discussion? I have discussion as well on this motion. Mr. Short,
Yes, sir.
when you meet with Matthew over this, just a reminder about charges, the fees. In other words, get the best deal you can get from them. And timeliness. Matter of fact, I wouldn't care to sit in with you and Matthew on that meeting as well.
Okay.
I'd like to look you eyeball to eyeball. He and I have done that before, so I'd like to do it again. Okay, is everybody all right with that? All in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same side.
I've got a few updates.
All right.
Start with the bad news. Anthem Insurance has increased 10% for on their health insurance this year, which seems to be par for the course. It's been going basically up 5% each year, but in 2-year increments. So last year it didn't increase. Year before that was 10%.
They make it for.
This year we're back to a 10% increase with on our health insurance. Ms. Diane sent out thank you notes, but I'd also like to go ahead for the minutes and thank Lebanon Volunteer Fire Department, Virginia Department of Emergency Management, Russell County Emergency Management Center, Lebanon Police Department, Wise County Hazmat, and Lebanon Life Saving Crew for responding to our chlorine leak situation at the water plant this week. Could have been a whole lot worse than it was. Nobody was hurt, nobody was sick, and we were back and running within about 4 to 5 hours of finding out we had a chlorine leak. So, like I said, thank you to all those first responders that helped on that. And we did have letters sent out to them as well. And the last thing I have, we can do it, I can just discuss it in personnel if I need to, but just to let you know, the Virginia Rural Water Conference that I attended in Roanoke, Justin Warren, and probably this year more than likely Steve Sweet or Wes Gilmer, one of those two that joined, is April 14th through the 16th. next month. The council meeting is the 14th. Didn't know if it's okay for me to miss that or if we want to move it till the 7th.
I think we're probably gonna need you to cancel it.
Okay. So is it possible to move that to April 7th if anybody's, I don't know anybody's work schedule?
I don't think I can move it.
Do what now?
I don't think I can move the council meeting. I mean, I don't know if I can be here on the 7th.
Just
I can check.
we can look at it and see.
So, the conference is the
Monday.
14th through the 16th?
Yeah, Monday through Wednesday.
Well, you could go up Tuesday morning. Get a day and a half of it.
I could.
I really think, I mean, with what we've heard here tonight and the planning commission issues, we're gonna need you here.
Where'd you say it was, your?
Roanoke. And, I think that's all my updates. If anyone has any questions.
You sent out some info. Have we decided the fire department open house date yet?
Yes.
When you- when
April,
is it?
April the 3rd, 5 to 7 p.m. I believe the date's on there.
5 to 7.
I think it's a Thursday, right?
Who's gonna know, who's taking the lead on notifying the public? Are we doing that?
We'll do a joint effort. The fire departments increased their, appearance on social media, so they have a lot of posts on there too, so we'll do it together. I'll double check. See, I think it was 5 to 7 or 5:30 to 7:30.
What's she say? She can't talk, I'm sorry. 5 to 7.
5 to 7, so it was.
I've got something for Drew, Mayor. You want me to go ahead?
You go ahead.
We talked about, coming up in our small business advisory board meeting, Drew. And this is, I guess, a question for the mayor too. Did we reach out to VDOT about the center exit lighting?
Jeff's supposed to be getting back to me on that. Yep.
And are we pursuing the flagpole at Ace Tank, Mayor?
Well, I didn't put that on there. Y'all know the tank there above, up behind Holiday Inn, there's a tank,
Yeah.
the water tank. Had some thought about putting a large flagpole up there with the large flag.
Huge is a better word, Mayor.
Huge would be good. Which I think it looked good lately. Hey, y'all feel like that?
Sounds good.
Brad? Raj? Nyla? Scott?
Yes, sir.
I'll meet with you on that too, Drew.
Drew, I had a question. Did AEP charge us anything to do the schematic and the photometrics, when the preliminary information?
That's before I was here.
Okay, cause I'm just interested in seeing like what it would cost and see if it would make sense to extend our lighting project to the DMV intersection. And I'd like to see if we could just gather information on that. Not sure how much it would cost, not sure if the council would, support that or not.
Jim's still working, do you know?
He did the baseball.
Jim Porter?
That's good stuff.
If I recall, Mayor, Jim never charged us anything to come and look at the
He did.
projects.
That's correct.
And then Ken's would obviously, since they got the last two contracts, I'm sure they could give us a quote.
Yep.
On how much it would be. The only thing that might cost some money is Nathan and his renderings, if he, changes the signs and paints the guardrail and puts up, he mentioned putting a small retaining wall or something out there, somewhere, but anyway, I'd like to pursue that.
Just to get some
Just to get info, if possible. And the last question I had is Little League Open Day.
Still.
Are we doing, does the town, are we doing anything special? I know we do the parade, I know we do, are we doing the inflatables for the kids this year?
Got that on my supervisor meeting in the morning with Shane.
Okay.
I've got all that on the agenda for it, to ask him what he has.
We gonna get some food trucks maybe, Brad, or are we not doing that this year?
I
Or what's
spoke
the
to
plan?
Shane, and when you get done, you should call me,
Okay.
Wednesday.
We had trouble last year, didn't we? We didn't have any food trucks, did we?
Weather,
Oh, the weather.
yeah,
That's right.
unpredictable weather.
Okay.
Sure this year will be great. Open day is April the 5th. Shane did mention he's gonna do movies again for free for the kids,
Okay, great.
during the day and at night. So,
Is that still 10 o'clock, start at 10?
yes,
Yes. Fully open?
yeah, I haven't given any thought, but yes. We do need to start,
Awful cold that morning.
we do need to start, I know, the 8th grade practice today,
We go to 11?
first time a team. No,
You don't want to go to 11?
no, no.
Or y'all playing ball that day?
That is,
That's right.
today was the first day anybody had been on the field, really, on a team. And it's his first time of the season, but we're going to, it's gonna need some work. I think the batter's boxes are, we've had those boxes in there for
The mats need to be
3 or 4
replaced.
years.
Oh,
We
yeah.
probably need new mats, or either get rid of the mats, cause they're not, they wasn't a big hit,
Yeah,
and just do clay bricks there and do it.
yeah, I'm fine.
Old
You know
school.
what we need to do over there?
Yes.
Will you care to coordinate that with Rick?
Draw I just wanted everybody here to know I might spend a little money. Not a big chunk of change, just normal maintenance.
And, Justin was there, he's been there already,
Okay.
edged up.
Can we get our guys to, some of the net needs to be, some tiles need to be placed on some of those spots, Drew and Brad, cosmetically.
If we need to replace it, I may have some we can, I bought,
We actually we found some netting back
and
there.
I like double or triple ordered last year for that stick one, we need some.
Some of it looks like the black zip tie would work though, just pulling it tight to the pole or even some of the broken areas.
We still have that pictures thing, that mound, that portable mound.
We,
Does it work? Do you use it regularly?
Yep.
Is it in good shape and all that good thing?
Yep.
Okay.
Can we make sure that the pitchers now, that those inserts or those,
so,
I mean,
I
over
feel
the
like-
batter's box, can we
I
do
feel
that
like
too?
whenever we get Billy or somebody out there, we do need to locate. Cause there should be 3 mounds.
Reset.
There should be 3 mounds there. We need to locate them and get good plugs in.
Are you seeing 3 pictures, man?
There should be 3 different lengths of softball pitching mounds.
So the metal,
30, 35, and 43.
and how do you
think I'm
find
right.
those?
Dig.
Do you?
It's not too hard to find, because if you draw a straight line and then measure out those distances,
Okay.
the plugs are there somewhere.
So it's 35, 40, and 43.
35, yeah, I said 35, 40, and 43.
Yeah, I'd like to get that.
If you're gonna fix while we're in there, let's
Yeah.
fix.
That's right. Yeah.
I'd like to get those dugouts, Drew, and I don't know if you want those to go under Shane or under, our guys, but get those dugouts pressure washed out and any touch-up paint needs to be done.
There's, the mats that they will remove, from home plate, just while we're doing, it, need to be removed from, we put one there for, while the college used it, we put a carpet pitcher's lane, it needs to be removed. And while we're doing the clay bricks at home, we need to do clay bricks up that alley too.
How far does that come, you talking about from the pitcher's mound down or from home plate down?
No, that'll be from that 43 towards the pitcher's mound.
Okay, there's carpet there now.
There's a carpet mat somewhere.
College doesn't use it anymore.
No, and honestly, it's a great product, but it wasn't received as well as
Gotcha.
I had hoped it to be. I liked it because it's no maintenance. It ain't good on your butt cheek when you slide home. that we're given, replanted.
Bleachers are in good shape and all everything's in good shape.
Flags are in good shape.
Well, we put up new flags.
Flags need replaced.
The
Town,
scoreboard.
town flags on
Oh,
both ends need replaced, scoreboard flags need replaced.
left field, right field, the whole thing. We got coming to town on April, so 3rd, so 5th, we wanna look good. Those youngins.
The league will also host, again, not a state tournament, but will also host the 11 and 12-year-old district tournament. So that'll be 7 or 8 communities here.
Both places.
If we get our lights done, maybe just one place.
Oh,
So
when is that? That's in June, then.
that will be in June.
Well, you're gonna have your lights for them.
Will that be on the portable mound, or you gonna try to build one?
I've got a really good portable mount we can use. If we need to, we'll build one too. Is there a time, did we put a timeline on those lights?
Shoot for April 1st, when we first did everything, that was before we got pushed back with snow and this and that. We've got, like I said, once he gets in here and starts working, I think it'll look pretty good. Especially on the ball field part of it. It's just 4 lights now.
I couldn't remember if that's part of that bid packet or not.
There's no the actual bid.
Hey, Drew, out there across from DMV on the hill, like you're entering DMV, you go across the road up toward the Prima property there, that brick wall. Well, how far does that right of way go? Do you know?
I have to look up.
The reason I ask, there's a big tree that's fallen, and there's sections of it, looks like it could come to the road. I wonder, I mean, is that something we could get out of the way?
It's on the right of way.
See, that's what I don't know on the right of way.
I'll chase it soon.
Okay, thanks.
That was what, 15 feet from the center line?
It all depends different.
Depends
Some
on the road
The
is.
50-foot right of way, it's 25 foot, some of them have all the way up to 60-foot right of way, 30 foot from center. It's all different.
Up there.
Any other questions?
Anything else for Mr. Short? This seems to be going right on.
Thank you all.
Thank you. Hey, Chief.
Thank you. So I just, I don't have a whole lot tonight, just kind of go over some numbers for you. So for February 2025, I'll let you know that we had a total of 85 traffic summonses and warnings, 25 total criminal cases coming in, 17 total arrests. We responded to 7 total motor vehicle crashes, 12 assist motorist calls, and had a total of 569 calls for service. 11,835 miles patrolled. I will kind of just give you a little brief on our DTF report. So we did have a successful purchase, some interviews that they conducted in search warrants. One thing I want to let you know is in the month of February, our DTF agents seized $11,000 and 500 pressed fentanyl pills.
Fentanyl,
Yes.
all those, it was all fentanyl pills?
It was pressed pills. that-
Pressed pills.
Yeah, fentanyl's used to press them, so.
$11,000 worth, or was that
No,
cash?
11,000 cash and plus pills. And a total of 12 firearms.
Good, that is
So,
one.
so they are working pretty good and hitting it pretty hard for us. Other than that, everything's is going pretty smooth. Obviously, any questions with, some personnel matters, we can discuss those now.
Later.
Yeah. Other than that, everything's going pretty good. Starting to get some of the radio stuff in that we ordered. It's funny because it's coming in pieces, so we haven't got it all yet, but at least it's starting to roll in. So I appreciate you guys helping us out with that. Everything else is going pretty good.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Tiller?
I don't have anything, Mr. Mayor.
Okay. Have y'all had a chance to read the request at your desk from Ms. Horn? I'll talk about that a little bit later, if everybody's had a chance to read it. Okay, this time I need a motion to go into closed session for legal counsel and personnel.
Mayor, I make that motion to go into executive closed session under section number 2.2-3711A, under number 1 personnel and number 7 legal,
And number 5.
and number 5, Mayor, respective business or industry.
Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. We stand in closed session. You did first. Erica May.
Come on with you now, sir.
Here, lay down, I'll rub it out. Let me try to put you in closed session. I can get it down, I guess that's.
Okay, have a good one.
Right, dinner. Not long.
Captain in line.
Gotta cut him loose.
Oh, he ain't done yet.
Sean, have a good one.
Be good, man.
How's it going, buddy?
It's a going.
That sure looks killer of your Wi-Fi.
Yep. Lady in her church got this for me.
Well, she did good. I just want you to know. Your personal opinion.
I say that's kind of a rare thing for a pastor's gift.
But it's a good thing.
Yeah, yeah.